Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? So we're here at Napa. We got this stupid check engine light code. The code is P1447. It's for the purge valve. So I'm gonna see if I can solve it, because last time I got the code, I replaced the fuel line, cleaned out all my hoses, cleaned out everything. I did everything but changed the charcoal canister. And then I didn't actually clean out the purge valve. I kind of just cleaned out the hoses around it and didn't touch it. So we're gonna try to get a new purge valve just to be safe. And if that doesn't work, or if they don't have one in stock, we're gonna try to clean out our purge valve. Hey, what's up, guys? So we're dealing with a check engine light on the hard body P1447. It's a evap purge valve code. So what I did originally was this hose that goes right here. Cause look, I don't even know what the hell, which one's the evap. I don't know if this is the evap purge or if it's this. But basically this thing sits right here. It sits like this. And I believe the charcoal comes from this hose, because this goes to the canister. And it flows through this way, going into this thing from the hose. But I think it's supposed to only put a little bit through here. And I think it pushes it up into the engine to burn up vapors. So when it gets clogged, it's not able to push that charcoal through. So I think the truck thinks that there's a leak somewhere. And I believe that's why I was getting my check engine light. So what I did at first was I just cleaned this hose out and I put everything back. This thing was still filled with charcoal. I don't know why I didn't think about cleaning this out, but yeah. So I cleaned it out, made sure this doesn't have any charcoal in it. And then this thing, there was clearly charcoal right here, just stuffed up. So what I did was I took this apart and I dumped the charcoal out of here. I cleaned it out. So now everything's completely dry. This has nothing in it. This has nothing in it, and this hose has no charcoal in it. So I believe this will fix my problem. It's gonna take a couple of days to see, but I think it was just blocked up. And also what I did was I removed this hose that goes to the manifold. And I don't recommend doing this unless you're gonna take off your intake, your throttle body, I'm sorry. So I just sprayed some throttle body cleaner in the throttle body. And I was able to clean out the throttle body. Another thing I did to make sure that this worked was I unplugged it here and I unplugged this and I went to crank the car. Now without this plugged up, the car will not crank. So that's showing me that this thing is actually working and it's reading, it's getting the signal. So we're gonna plug everything back, drive it for a while and see. So I will get back in maybe a day or two. Hopefully this light goes away, but if not, then I think we're gonna have to replace that charcoal canister. Go ahead and taking this out. A bunch of foam, plasticky stuff. So that was my curiosity. Does it come with charcoal? See, this is the new one. This is the old one. It comes with the sensor, so you don't have to buy it. So that's a good deal. You don't have to actually go out and purchase the new sensor. So it just plugs right up. All right, guys, we're gonna put this thing on. Check it out. All right, guys, so you're probably wondering, how do I get to my charcoal canister? Okay, well, you gotta remove the spare tire. There's a rod that goes in this hole right here. You use that rod to lower this chain, and that's how you get your spare off. But right under there is where the charcoal canister sits, right up in here, right there in that bracket. So we're gonna get up here and put this thing on, and I'll show you guys. All right, the charcoal canister. Now there's 2 10s and then there's a 12. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt up our 2 10s here, which is on this back end. I don't know how good you can see. I can't really get a good angle here, but I'm gonna prop one of the 10s in with my hand. Hopefully you guys can see. Okay, that's tight. Okay. So those two tins should hold it enough to where you can get this big 12 in. Okay, so this is our big 12. Always look for these names on here. This is purge, fuel line, and then your sensor. That's the order. Purge, fuel line, big 12, sensor. Then on the other side, you got your two tins. That's the only thing you need to remove your charcoal canister. Then you got this line is for the fuel, purge line, and then you got a fat hose hidden, kind of hidden, but this is your fat hose that plugs up to this sensor here. All right, so we got everything on. I mean, I assume that's good. This hose is in here pretty good, so I don't think anything's gonna come out or leak, or our canister secure. So before we put our spare tire back on, we're gonna test everything out. But we gotta go put everything back up in the front area. So I'm gonna show you the front area. So I'm hoping that there's nothing coming out of there, but we just wanna make sure everything's back together. Everything's good up front. So now we can plug our intake back up and then start the truck up and see what happens. Hope for the best. All right, so I got this area plugged back up. So now we're gonna crank the truck to see if there is any sign of check engine lights. All right, guys, so we're out on the road here in the hard body, and first impressions with the new charcoal canister. I feel like it drives a little bit better. It feels smoother, less vacuumy fuel things going on here, where it's kind of acts weird in that area, but it's driving fine. And I haven't had a light pop up yet. I put about 20 miles on this thing so far, so we gotta go. I'll let you know in a couple days if this light pops back on. 3 more days we'll give it. Yo, what's up, guys? So it's night number 2, and no check engine lights so far, as you can see. So I'm thinking that we're good. No more P1447. Let's hope. We're gonna give it a few more miles later today, and I'll give you the final verdict. Hey, what's up, guys? So we're back in the hard body, and it's been day number 4, and still no check engine light. So I think we're good. I think this P1447 is solved here, and we finally got it out of our hair. And the reason why it was the charcoal canister. Charcoal canister got charcoal coming through the filter, and it needed to be replaced, and that was the reason why. So we got it taken care of. I don't know what else to say, guys. That's it. And if you got this issue, just follow those steps, clean out those lines, replace the canister. Make sure you buy a canister with the purge, and yeah, go ahead and take care of it. All right, guys, best of luck. Thank you. I know I haven't been posting in a while. Just much hasn't been going on with like issues with the truck. You know, I could talk all day about these things and sit here and do all that, but hey, just take care of your trucks, man. We'll be back with some more content soon. You know, I got a surprise coming up in like about a good the end of next year, somewhere in 2022. We got some stuff coming up, so I'm excited about it. So all right, peace out. Go Astros. All right, guys, so we got everything back together in the truck, but one thing I wanted to point out, this is a sign that you might have a bad canister. Watch this. Okay, so if you shake this like this and charcoal is coming out, that means your filter has went bad and charcoal is getting past that filter. Because on the new one, I tested it and I shook it around and no charcoal came out, and you couldn't hear charcoal shaking around like this. So this might be a sign, so just watch out. Take it off. If it's dumping out like that, it's not good. Hey guys, real quick, so I know we got everything going, but one thing I want to point out is what you must do. This has to be done Okay, you see this line here? This one right here, this fat line on this little valve here, this fat line goes to the purge line on the canister. Make sure you get a compressor and spray this line out. You gotta clean this line out really good. Clean this line out, right? Spray this out until no charcoal comes out the back end where the purge line is on the canister. So make sure you do that, because if you put the new canister on and this line is still filled with charcoal, then guess what? You're not gonna be getting any signal from here to the canister, so it's gonna still throw code. So clean this line out. You don't even have to, all you gotta do is remove this hose and spray into it with a compressor. Compress air. Just spray some air into here and it'll come out the back end. All right. Filter got bad, and this is, nope, down. Get off. All right, guys, so we just came back from Napa and they gave me a free hose here. Supposedly it's the same size and length. Let's hope so and see, because this little red hose is ugly. And as far as things go about this red hose,